Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today is Foxy time. So, we are getting to the point where I like to explore different leaders, right? Different meme leaders, off meta leaders, and you guys know, if you guys have been following my channel long enough, you guys know that I do like a variety of. I go from meta to off meta to meta to off meta. I like to showcase both, right? I think that's the fun part of this game. There's so many leaders and so many fun strategies that you can try out. And yeah, we're gonna start off with some Foxy gameplay here for one of our more off meta decks, which is actually pretty crazy because I think Foxy is actually kind of well positioned in the current meta just because of how good the matchup is against Luffy, which is of course one of the most popular decks you're gonna run into. So let's talk about Foxy and this list right here. If you have not played Foxy before, it's a leader from OP07 that says when attacking, you can do -3 down on your side. And if you have 3 or more Foxy Pirate characters on your field, you can choose up to one of your opponent leader and up to one of your opponent's characters and freeze them. So you prevent them from getting active on the next phase. So it's kind of like a mini Doflamingo in a way. Instead of freezing 3 units, you're only freezing 2. You're freezing the leader plus something else. And it's really cool because you end up having this game style where you kind of just end up filling the board and just kind of slowing down the game, which is completely lore accurate, right? Because as if you do watch One Piece, Foxy has like the slow fruit, like slow beam or whatever. So his whole thing is that he makes everything like slower, and he kind of slows the games down. In fact, OP Bounty released like stats for like 2024, and Foxy came in as the deck that has like the slowest games, which is kind of crazy, but again, goes right into the lore here. So the idea with Foxy is you stabilize your board, get 3 Foxy Pirates, and then you start freezing the opponent's leader and their units. And you can see why this is so good against stuff like Luffy, because you make it so that the leader cannot be active, so now they don't have their leader ability anymore. And you also make it that one of the units also cannot be active, so you're kind of getting these 2 units stuck in the field forever. So that's what this leader does. What is this deck list here, and what am I trying to do with this deck list? Right off the bat, we get 2 things here. You kind of get a ramp package and a Foxy Pirate package, right? You are playing all these ramp cards like Bone Clay, like Itomimizu, which is both a ramp card and a Foxy Pirate card, right? Just lets you, for free, just ramp up 1 down every turn as it's on the field. And I even get to play 4 Monda here, which is another Foxy Pirate that you can trash in to ramp up 1. Why am I playing this many ramp cards in this deck, you might ask? And I'm not even gonna touch in Gina or Shopper, which are also ramp cards. Same thing with Foxy. Like these are all also ramp cards that let you get a down back at the use your leader, like if you use your leader ability and then play them. But I just want to focus on these first 3 ones here. This list, all this list wants to do is play this 7-cost Foxy as soon as possible. Because the 7-cost Foxy is a 7k, it's a 7-cost 7k unit that if your leader has the Foxy characteristic, all your opponent's characters on your opponent's turn have -1k power. So it's like a mini Shanks that only works on your opponent's turn instead of working on both turns. So this ends up being really good because in combination with your leader and this Foxy, you're able to just like slow down the opponent's aggression into you and keep yourself very healthy and make all the opponent's units have like less damage into you. So another reason why this is so good against Luffy is because you can play this Foxy and now all the units have -1k power, forcing you to have to commit down to actually put pressure into you. The other thing with this Foxy is that you're able to ramp up. So once you get to down 10, you're able to play your leader ability, go down to 7 down, and then have this Foxy get you back to 8, which means that you're back to 10 next turn, and you get to keep doing it every single turn like that. So it ends up making your leader ability kind of be almost free. So this whole idea with this deck list is to play Foxy as soon as possible. And to do that, we want to go second. We want to go second so that on turn 2, when we have 4 down, we can play Bone Clay, we can play Monda, or we can play Itomimizu. You can actually play Monda even on turn 1 if you want to, because since you go second. But you want to be able to play one of these guys to ramp up to 5, so that next thing you ramp up to, you're going to be at 7, you play Foxy, and use Foxy effect to ramp up to 8. So then the turn after that, you're going to be at 10 with a Foxy on the field. The earlier you can put this Foxy down, the harder it is for opponents to do. So that's the whole strategy here. to the point that when I'm playing this deck, I'm literally hard mulliganing for this 7-cost Foxy and choosing to go second, and I hard mulligan for this 7-cost Foxy because we're playing 4, 8, 12 RAM cards. So like even if I have some of these in my hand already, I'm okay mulliganing away because it's a good chance that I'm gonna draw one of these. But if I don't see Foxy, I think I'm in trouble. The games where I can set down a Foxy and stabilize the 7-cost Foxy are the games that I'm able to win most of the times. So that's the whole gameplay here. We're gonna play the 7-cost Foxy. So ideally, again, you want to go second. You go ramp on turn 2, Foxy on turn 3, ramp again, and then on turn 4, now you have 10 down. Now you can play something like Porche to play Porche and play another Foxy. So now you end up having Foxy, Porche, plus a third unit that you play with Foxy. That's a Foxy Pirate. And now you can use your leader ability, start freezing the opponent's leader, right? Even if it's only their leader that's active, I will just do it because it's literally free because you can ramp back up to 10 with your Foxy very easily. And it just makes it so the leader can attack it to you. So that's the general strategy with this deck list, right? And what we want to do. When we go first, the strategy is still the same. It's just not as nice of a curve because that means you're not going to get Foxy out until you go to turn 4, right? Because 1 down, then 3 down, and you can play the Itomimizu or to ramp up, or and then you're only going to be going up to 6 down, so you're still not able to play a Foxy, right? So it kind of slows down your Foxy game plan a little bit, but it's still the same strategy. You go first, but that's the strategy: ramp, play Foxy, and go from there. Because what you want to do with this deck is that you first want to ramp, get to 10, so that you can start using your leader ability and be able to just stick in that 8 to 10 down range for the rest of the game. The rest of the deck list is kind of helping us support that. So, of course, we have to play the full Foxy Pirate pack. We're not full Foxy. There's a lot of Foxy Pirates that we're not playing here, but we have to play enough Foxy Pirates to make sure that we have 3 for a leader effect. So, Itomimizu is really good because it's also a ramp card, right? So, it lets us be able to ramp, kind of like a Bone Clay, right? You can play this, and that can stay in the field and just ramp you every single turn. Itomimizu is also really good because you can get into some certain situations where if you have Itomimizu and Foxy in the field, if you have like Ito and double Foxy or double Ito and 1 Foxy, you can actually use your leader ability twice in combination with your Ninetails Rush over here. So we have the Itomimizu, we have the Gina, which is a Foxy Pirate, just a 2k counter as well. Her being 1 cost is really important because sometimes you might be missing just 1 Foxy Pirate when you need to use your leader ability, and playing her for 1 cost allows you to be able to do other stuff as well, right? So that can be really good as well. Shopper is one of the best cards in this deck, a Foxy Pirate that can also be a blocker and can let us ramp back up if we need to. But the thing with Gina and with Shopper, and why I didn't consider them as my ramp strategy, is that they do require you to be a less than or equal down than your opponent. So a lot of times you're not going to really use the secondary effect. You're mostly using them because they're Foxy Pirates. We are playing 4 Pickles, which lets us defend our other Foxy Pirates units. This can be really good against Luffy. It can be really good against Blackbeard. Decks that want to remove your board. Do remember though that Pickles also requires you to be a less than or equal than your opponent. So again, you don't really want to use this until after your opponent's like at 10 down, right? Or if they're at 8 and you use your leader ability to go down to 7, you know that you're going to be at 8, right? That they're going to go up to 10, etc. Or if they're at 6, and there's ways, but just remember, keep in mind that this has to have equal or less down to be able to defend your other Foxy Pirates, but that's a good way to make sure that your Foxy here stays alive. Then we have obviously the Foxy, which is a big MVP of the card. Porche is just a nice body that lets us search for any Foxy card, and the cool thing about Porche is that it can summon any card with 4k or less power, which means that not only do you get to summon your Foxy Pirates, but you can also summon Bone Clay from this, or you can summon Usohachi if for whatever reason, you wanted to go Porche and have Usohachi to rest one of the opponent's units and then be able to attack with your Foxy, for example, instead of just playing the Usohachi straight up. So it can be really cool, right? You have some options here. Most of the times you probably are going to use it just to play a Foxy Pirate, but just in mind, the thing about this card is that it's our only searcher in the deck. So if you don't have your 7-cost Foxy, usually what you want to do is play this, search for the 7-cost Foxy, and play another unit from your hand. Maybe something like a Bone Clay or a Monda or an Itomimizu to ramp back up. So that way like let's say that you are 5 down, you play Porche to find your Foxy, you're going down to 4 down, you want to be able to go back to 7 on your next turn, so you're going to play a Monda, a Bone Clay, or a Itomimizu to be able to ramp back up to 7. Or you can actually, in this case, play out Gina or Shopper. That's the one case where you can actually use the effect from these cards, because the opponent is probably going to be a 4. When you're a 5, they're a 4. So you're able to play Gina, go down to 4, be at the same down, and then play one of these two guys to go back up to 5. So it ends up being really a lot of value that you can get from this Porche, letting you get your actual win condition card. And then we have the Monda, like I explained. Really, it's just a 1k counter, and also just another ramp card, so that we can ramp up to our Foxy. And then the other last Foxy card, and this is the way that you're going to finish a lot of your games, is this 3-cost event, which is pretty much, if you have played a green Uta, or if you have played green Uta before, it's like the I'm invincible. It just lets you restand your leader, right? Now, it does require you to have equal or lower down than your opponent. So that's why I said this is usually just a finishing card, because you're going to do it when the opponent is like a 10 down, so that you can just, attack for, if you have nothing else on the field, you can attack for 12 twice, right? With your Foxy and this. Or if you have this Foxy in the field, this is where it makes it a little bit better than invincible. You can actually restand this Foxy instead, which kind of lets you finish up a lot of the games by being able to have the double attack with this Foxy character, which ends up being more pressure than just obviously attacking with this Foxy leader here, right? So that's like our big finishing touch here. The remainder of the deck that are not Foxy cards tend to be like a variety of like blockers, ramp cards, and other counters, right? So we talked about Bon Clay, really good at letting us ramp up when we go second into our Foxy. And Bon Clay is also really good against like Shanks, another one of these decks I like to play a lot of like big units, so like NL, etc. Because you're able to have Bon Clay to kind of threaten those big units and be able to just threaten the life more as well. We are playing 4 Captain Kid. Can be really good with your Foxy, because when you use your Foxy leader ability, even if you don't have another ramp card on your field, your Kid will give you that down back, which can be really cool as well, right? So this can be really nice too. Not really as crazy, honestly, not as useful, but I still like playing it just because it's also a good blocker against Luffy, and against a lot of other decks it can also be a lot of pressure, and it can synergize well with the Sanji here, if you wanted to like play Sanji instead of playing like a Foxy, right? We do play this 2k counter Sanji, because this is actually the deck that I think can most efficiently get Sanji out on the field as a blocker. So you can use this as a 2k counter, or when you use your leader ability, most likely you're going to be at least 2 down below your opponent. So then you can go ahead and play this Sanji as a blocker. And a lot of times I end up doing that very, very often, where I go leader ability and keep 3 down in my hand, 3 down active, so that I can play this Sanji out. And then we have the 7-cost Sanji here, which is just obviously a rusher and lets me be able to just rush one of the opponent's blockers to be able to put damage. And then I do like 4 Usohachi. It's another 2k counter, right? So it's another 2k counter here, but when we have 8 down, we can just use this, rest the opponent's blocker, and be able to then freeze it with the Foxy, or we can rest it and then go Ninetails Rush to try to present lethal, right? So we can go rest with Usohachi, put 4 down on the leader, or 4 down on the Foxy, and attack twice for 9 or twice for 11, whichever one seems to be make the most sense. So it's a nice way to finish up the game, but it's also a 2k counter that you don't care about throwing away, because a lot of times you actually, while these are 2k counters, there's a lot of times where you want to keep Sanji and Gina in your hand, so throwing away Usopp kind of seems a little bit better there. So I've been rambling a lot, right? Like, because I really had a lot of fun with this leader. Like, this deck list felt really, really good. And you might be wondering, like, there's other cards that I've seen other Foxy decks play that you might be wondering why we're not playing them here. So I'm just gonna quickly go here real quick through some of them. So I'm not playing this Big Pan, which is a way to like flood your board so that you have enough Foxy pirates on the field, because his requirement needing to have less done than equal or less done than your opponent actually makes him really awkward to play. Because again, my idea is to ramp up. I want to get to 10 as soon as possible. So you're never gonna play this early mid game, right? You're only gonna play this late in the game, and late in the game I'd rather just play other stuff out instead of playing this Big Pan. So I find that it's not really that useful, and I don't really like playing this event. I don't think it's necessary either, because a lot of times I'm using like all my dawn when I'm setting up my board and I'm playing like multiple Foxys back to back. Other cards that I've seen people play is like the 9-cost Luffy, which I guess is nice, but again, I don't think it's necessary. It's a nice draw and it's a nice rush card, but I think Sanji is already enough, and because Sanji is cheaper, it allows me to play Sanji plus like a shopper on the same turn, which might be what I need to be able to use my Foxy leader ability. When I play this Luffy, I don't really have any Dawn left over to play something like a Shopper. I will only have a Dawn left over to play Gina, which can make it really awkward sometimes to play Luffy, and it's also not a non-counter card compared to Sanji. So this is the deck list here and some of the options that I kind of tested out and I ended up liking better than others. Really fun. Today, we're going to start with some games against Shanks, which is actually one of, I think, our worst matchups just because of the rallies and the big units. So 3 games against Shanks, 1 game against, I think against a Yamato player, and then 1 game against a Red Purple Luffy, just to all show you what the power of this leader and what he can do when he can like freeze the board. And then tomorrow, we're going to have gameplays against Doflamingo and Blackbeard, which really show why this leader did well in some tournaments in Japan, just because the good matchup that he has into both of those leaders specifically. So hope you enjoy the games coming soon, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy. In this match, we're going against Shanks. So I want to go second. We don't have the 7 cost, so I think I'm gonna mulligan, and we still didn't get it, unfortunately. We do have a ramp here with the Monda, which I will do because it lets me just be able to play the kid on turn 5, and at least we'll have the kid on the field. And that to take it. I get the Shanks. Yeah, we need to like we need to really high roll here. And we haven't been able to, right? We didn't get what we needed. I mean, obviously, you know, I just blocked this for free. So if you're gonna play a 5 drop, yeah, you go ahead and do it. Nope, didn't get it. Alright. Didn't get it. That's unfortunate. I could go 6 and then 7, or just go 8 into the Yasa, but it's just gonna force a 2k out of the opponent's hand. I could also just play another kid here and just go for 7 into the opponent. And then what are we setting up for? But the opponent's gonna be able to go to 7, which lets them have access to the thing. I might, like, the Sanji's weird, but it might have to be the Sanji. I mean, the problem with Sanji is that it still puts me... I'll go like this. I'll go 7 here, and I'll just play another kid. Again, not having this... Oh, they gave me a 2k for that. Alright, cool. So if this is a Ben Beckham, they get to KO one of these guys, or even a Whitebeard also does the same thing. No, just a second one? I think you want to go 7-7, I think. Okay, now, if you go like this, I think I'm just going to give you the counter. And then we have to just play triple. The hard part with this is that we don't have... I got the Foxy, right? But we don't have the thing that we need to actually follow up with it. What I could do... This opponent's at 7. I can go down to 7 here. So if I go here, and I go here, and I go here, the problem is the Red Hawk being able to kill the Pickles, right? But before the Pickle dies, I'll be able to... I guess it can kill it anyway. It can kill any of these, actually, because I won't have... Yeah, I can actually kill any of them. I just realized that. I'm gonna get 2 down back. I guess I could get 3 down back and just play the Sanji out. Maybe that is the play. Like, maybe we just go like this and just get the 3 active down. Let the opponent... If the opponent wants to play Red Hawk, they can go Red Hawk and kill one of these. They didn't do it. So maybe we just go for 8 on one of these. Okay, no, they are going to play the Red Hawk, right? Which is, again, what I expected. I actually cannot play the Sanji because I just remember that I don't have enough for Sanji. So I think we just play another Shopper after we attack them for 7 here. Now the problem here is the Rayleigh. being able to kill this one. Okay, it's just a dragon. Okay, I mean, the dragon doesn't matter because I can just block it. But I don't want to give them both blockers here. Because I need to keep one of these shoppers alive to be able to use my effect, right? Interesting. I could just go here, I guess. Problem is not having any attackers. Right, so the problem here is me not having any attackers. So like I have this play here and I can go for like an 8. I could slow it down, but like I don't think slowing it down is gonna do me anything. But the opponent just has way too many units. Because the opponent's just gonna play the tank of Shanks next turn. So like no matter what I do, it's gonna be like really bad for us. Yeah, we're at 8, so it doesn't matter if we ramp up. Yeah, we're just gonna go like this and just force another 2k out of your hand. Yeah, and then they just need to play Shanks, right? They just need to play Shanks, and now all my bodies are smaller. Just another dragon instead. I mean, that's pretty good too. But the thing about the dragon, I'm gonna have to go to 0 here. So I can freeze. Like what are we doing here, right? I can freeze and play another blocker. And I guess that lets me... Opponent only has 3 cards left. 10. 12. And then what, like a 7? I guess I could go for the double attack here. Like if we go like this for 11, opponent just needs to give me another 2k. Maybe it had to be 12 here and then just 7 here. Like I was trying to do an 8, but if the opponent has the counters, they can save that anyways. We know the opponent has it, right? We know the opponent has this stupid Shanks, no matter what. I'm at 7. Yeah, we can go like this, and then we ramp up 1. So the opponent has the Shanks now. I mean, maybe this is enough for me to get there, but the opponent has Shanks and Yasuo. Yeah, so that's the Shanks to start with. Luckily for us, we can counter out of this, guys. And we're gonna have to give them this blocker. Oh, we also have the free block here, by the way. I don't know why they didn't do that. We just gave a 1k counter for no reason. So we just give a 1k counter for no reason because I just forgot that I have that. Shanks. I mean, I can just keep the Shanks rested. We have to go here then. We have to go here and maybe play the Bone Clay. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Here, plus Bone Clay. We still have 1 blocker. So that's 3 down. 3 down for the double attack. That leaves me with 4. So this is going to be at 6, 10. 9, I guess. This is so weird because of the Dawn that they have available there. Like maybe we're going like this and just guaranteeing that we kill these Yasuo's. I need to go Porche first. We still have 3 and 3. I also forgot that I had enough to go like this. Maybe we go 7 here. such a weird game. We also we won't be able to get me the double attack doesn't matter. I think it probably it has to be Sanji anyways, right? I think it has to be a second Sanji anyways. I might choose to save this. Yeah, so I could restand it here and just attack for... So this is going to be at 6 again, right? And we just go here. We could use it again and freeze the dragon too. That would put me all the way down to 4, and then we go up to 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Sure. And now is where the game gets really slow. Because I have the Itomimizu and this to ramp back up to 8. And then next turn we'll have the bomb clay. We have one blocker. We'll have the bomb clay. It just depends if the opponent gets another bomb, or if they get Rogers, I just lose, right? Yeah, that's fine, right? Because we can just block it here. So this is gonna be at 11, 12, which forces the opponent's leader effect. 12, 13, 14. Sorry, 11, 14, leader effect plus a 2k. If we go 15, do we risk the 14? I guess is the question. I mean, I guess I can always risk it. I can always risk this. And if the opponent gives me leader effect plus a 2k, I can always just freeze it and just kill the dragon, right? No. Okay, so we go here. The problem, I mean, I guess I'm gonna just freeze their dragon. But again, the problem here is that it doesn't matter because like the opponent just hits so much value. So we go here. We go here. We use leader effect. And we'll play the Sanji out. So that is with 7 and 7 then. So we go 7. And then 7 again and play Sanji. All right. I mean, slow and steady, right? This bone clay is nasty if bone clay survives. Lime juice? What does this do? They're just trying to set up. Don't you just lose here, though? Opponent has 2 Dawn. I have to play around, I guess, the Red Hawk. Yeah, so opponent could have actually won this if they wanted to, by the way. Because I go for a 9k here, and the opponent can just go Red Hawk. I guess I needed to bump this up, right? I needed to bump this up to 6 if we wanted to play around Red Hawk. But the fact that the opponent had another Red Hawk trigger and they kept 4 down meant that they could have just given something else minus 1,000. If I had another double attacker, maybe. Like if I had another double attack event, maybe. But because we didn't, I can't believe I ended up just slowing this down enough to actually clear their board. The double freeze that turn before ended up being actually really crucial. Wow, that was something else entirely. So GG's. In this match, we're going against Shanks. I want to just find my perfect curve, and we don't get it. We don't get the curve that we're looking for. Let's just go like this then. Just in case that we draw like a 5-drop that we want to play out. I don't think I can afford to play this. Maybe I do, honestly. Maybe I do and just ramp up here. And that way it allows me to go for this Porche. And I guess I'll grab the Itomimizu. Yeah, I guess I'll grab the Itomimizu. I was looking for my... I was looking for my Foxy, right? Like, this is not a good hand for us. I have some cool cards down, but it's like not doing anything for us. Man, this is rough. I guess I'm technically a 10, to be honest. But it's not like I'm freezing anything important from them. I don't mind. I mean, this Bon Clay is interesting because I kind of don't want to play Bon Clay right now. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Because the opponent's going to probably have, like, Ben Beckham next turn, right? So if I play Bon Clay right now, the Bon Clay is just going to get punished. If I just play a blocker shopper out, I'm still, like, getting punished by other stuff. I could use the effect right now if I wanted to. But that seems bad, too. I go -3. I'm gonna go to 9 because of this guy. And this. No, because this is not enough to put me low enough. So 8, 9, I guess. Ah, man. Let's just go for the Bon Clay. Let's just go for the Bon Clay. And maybe we even go for the shopper here, too. Let the opponent play their Ben Beckham next turn. What a weird hand. My 7 cost Foxy. I guess my 7 cost Foxy would just get killed by the Hongo, so it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm gonna freeze that. You know that. So you know I'm gonna freeze that for the rest of the turn. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's give them a 2k at least. So we get to free stuff. Kind of like this Sanji, to be honest. Lets me deal with this Hongo here. I want to play out Shopper after we use our leader effect so that I can ramp back up, because I did use 1 down here. So I guess we'll go 8 here. Force the opponent to give me cards. We'll freeze them both. And we'll go back to 10 next turn. I guess they can go Shanks if they wanted to. No, it's going to be Rayleigh, which is really good, I guess, right? But what are you killing? Porche or Shoppers? Shoppers, okay. This is not doing anything for us, guys. Like, I'm just playing, like... I'm not drawing anything. Like, literally anything. So this is a 4. I can keep those two. I can keep these 2 frozen. And like, what am I doing here? Like, am I playing Sanji? Am I playing Pickles? I guess Pickles prevents lethals from happening, but the opponent still has plenty of attackers. Pickles for 3. And a 4. So I guess we can go 5, 6, 7, 8 twice. Sure. Yeah, I guess we'll just go 8 twice. Keep the Porche active so that the Porche doesn't die. And just continue using the Itomimizu to be able to go back up to 10. You can do the thing, do your thing. Yeah, 2k, 1k. And we'll go like this. Ah, this is so sad. This is so sad. I mean, it's kind of working, I guess. But like the opponent's not attacking, so it helps me buy a lot of time here. We have only one more Foxy Pirate in our hand, but we do have 4 in the field. So Ben Becken lets a trash here, which goes around the Porche. And now they can go ahead and attack the Sanji. Or just attack into my life. Sure. Sure, so that leaves them with 2 attackers next turn. We play our Sanji for 3. So we can play, I mean, I guess I can just attack into their board, right? So this is 10, 11, 12 maybe? Let's go 11. No, at 11, 12. 13 maybe? We need 3 done. 12, 13. I think I have to just go for it. We need 3 done for the Sanji. Yeah, I think we go for it this way. I think we go like this for 13. Maybe the 13 was too much, to be honest. I don't think it was necessary. We can go 5 3 times. Then, oops, I messed up. Almost messed up, guys. Yeah, we can go 5 3 times. Almost messed up by attacking with Foxy first. I guess it didn't matter. Yeah, we're gonna go 5 3 times and just force it to give me 2 cards. Then we go like this, and we ramp back up to 10, and we end the turn. Opponent has 1 attacker, and like the idea here is just making it so that the opponent cannot kill us, and maybe we have enough with this to be able to get there. I mean, you don't have the blocker. I don't even have to use the blocker now. Two. So this is a Red Hawk then? Red Hawk. So we can go double attack here, right? So we can go 8. 8 twice. 8. But the 8 is easy for the Red Hawk. What if we go 9? 9, 7 and 5, but I kind of like the pickle here for 5, so 5. Let's go 7 first. I want to see what happens with this 7. So they give me the stuff right away. And go 5 here, just forcing to have to give me cards from their hand. 9. I like the 5 here. It lets me go for 7 if they counter out of this. I think that's game, right? I mean, again, it's because of the Red Hawk, so it's actually not game. So 7, 9, 10. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's go 7 and then 10 twice. Okay, Red Hawk's still a problem then. I see the opponent had Red Hawk who had just done it, right? To kill the Pickles. We just go 10. Opponent's at 10, we're at 10, so this is enable. And then 10 again. Red Hawk plus 2k, you get there? Red Hawk, 1k. Let's go. I mean, we knew the opponent had the Red Hawk, right? I'm surprised they didn't use it earlier. Because they could have KO the Pickles. Maybe attacking with the Pickles was a mistake. Maybe it had to be like 11 twice. But the Pickle did end up taking that life. So 7, 5, 5, 7, and then 10 twice ended up being the answer. So in this match, we're going against Shanks, which I think is actually one of our worst matchups, just because it's really hard for us to deal with their big bombs. An opponent ends up having a pretty good start here. Because I mean, like, I can go for the Porche. I think I have to mulligan first. I think I have to mulligan first. Because the Porche into this would have been like the same amount, I guess. I mean, I guess I can go here now. Just attack for 6. At least force the opponent to have to give me a counter here. And we can go Monda and just ramp up from there. Because the problem is that their big bombs are so hard for us to deal with. They're so hard for us to deal with. Next, we go to 6, and we can stay at 6 by going Porche into Monda. Which probably has to be the play, to be honest. But I guess let's start here first and see what we get. We get the Foxy. It's better than nothing, I guess. We are going to be at 7 next turn, but I want to go like this. Kind of want to go to... I guess we're going to be at 7. We're going to be at 8. We can go like this. I'm scared of this getting killed, though. But I guess we can start using my leader effect as early as next turn. Because we'll have the double ramp. I could use it, go down to 5. This will put me back up to 6. Or I could just pass here and just chill. And just go double Foxy now. The problem is that the opponent could have Rayleigh here. At least that also lets me get the value of freezing 2 things at once. But it really doesn't really matter here, I guess. We'll have the double Foxy. And we have plenty of 2Ks. We also have a way to kind of finish the game if we need to. Maybe instead of Monda, I should have gone Pickles, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, because the opponent can actually go ahead and kill Porche now. The funny thing is that I can just freeze the new game if the opponent does that. So this is going to be at 6 and at 6. Oh, they could have... I know what they're going to do. They're going to just go for... Yeah, I see what they're going to do here. They have an Otama. They're going to kill this guy instead. But if they had an Otama, they could have done it before we fought the gas up. Like, if they had an Otama here to stop this, they could have done it without the gas up. And had this be a better attacker. So, sure, I guess. Sure. It's annoying, though. If I had a Porche, it would be better. I guess I can go Foxy plus Pickle. Foxy, Pickle, and do leader effect. Yeah, we're gonna just go 5 and 5. This is gonna be tough. The opponent being able to get rid of that first Foxy, this set me back a little bit, even if I don't want to admit it. We'll go like this. Freeze this too. I could go Sanji instead. But I kind of like the Pickles to protect myself against like a random Rayleigh here. The opponent will have to kill the Pickles first with the Rayleigh. And oh, I forgot to ramp back up, by the way. So I'm gonna be at 9 next turn. That's my bad. That's actually a big deal. I'm gonna be 1 down away. I forgot. I keep doing that. It's not the first time I do that, where I just forget to ramp up after I use my leader effect. I literally had 2 cards that let me ramp back up, and I missed them both. I mean, not like I'm gonna use the Monda. I don't think it makes sense. So now the thing here is that any Russia that they play, yeah. So that's the Rayleigh. You have to pop the Pickles, and I guess you're gonna give this -2 and then attack into it. Yeah, oh, -3. Sorry, yeah. And then you attack into it, and I'm gonna be forced to use the Gina. Maybe they just go face. Yeah, I guess that's also fine. Yeah, they just go face and go from there. And again, part of that is because I did mess up. Luckily, we do have this Bone Clay, so that's not the end of the world. We're gonna do 3, so that can let me go for an 8 and a 7. So I guess we'll go 8 and then 7 and play this. Yeah, we'll go 7 here. And play the Sanji out. And this time, let's remember to ramp back up. With the Sanji in the field, and we can play Sanji every turn, maybe we get a chance. This Bone Clay is really good because if the opponent plays like Shanks, we have the Bone Clay to attack into the opponent. The Bone Clay is really good, specifically in this matchup for this reason. Second Rayleigh could be a problem. Shanks, again, Shanks is a little bit easier for us to attack into. But yeah, they're really killing the Bone Clay is so good for them. Because now they're also putting pressure into their Foxy. Yikes. They're forcing me to block here. And now we don't have any really good attacks for next turn. I guess I could go here. This would only be at 7 though. Doesn't really seem very good. I think I have to go for the double attack here. So Sanji is 3, double attack is 3, so I can go to 9. So 9 twice, forcing... I guess the problem with the 9 is that it's actually going to be just 2 1Ks, because the opponent can just put the pressure from the start. I could go Kid. Seems like a waste. Opponent's going to have 3 attackers next turn. So 3, 3. Yeah, I think it has to be the Ninetails Rush. I think we have to go here. Again, the problem is that the Ninetails Rush stick, like the -1 sticks. So the opponent still gets to do their thing. And just have another 1K here. Oh, it's gonna be a 2K instead. And then we can play this guy, and it doesn't really matter. Because the opponent has 2 attackers now, plus Shanks to a 3rd one. And we lost our Bone Clay. Like, if the opponent didn't have the second Rayleigh, it would have been so much easier for us to actually get there. But because of the second Rayleigh, I don't think we can actually get there. Yeah, so you go Shanks, you go like that, we take it, and then we just had to block this one. Yeah. So this is more or less what I expected this matchup to go like. If it wasn't for the second Rayleigh and we could have kept that Bone Clay on the field, it would have been a little bit different, I think. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, how do we get this? How do we get here? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter because opponent just needs to have another Shanks. And I just used up all my ways to like be able to finish up the game, right? I just used up literally all the ways for me to finish up the game. Yeah, opponent doesn't care because they had the Roger anyways. So, GG's. It's a tough matchup when the opponent finds double Rayleigh, and the Bone Clay getting killed that easily was so bad for us. In this match, we're going against Yamato. I like going second way too much to pass this up. No, we don't get our stuff though. We don't get our Foxy. We do get this guy. I mean, I'm down to take 2 damage here. We have enough blockers that I don't mind this. This is so rough. And then eventually we're just gonna ramp up here and just get our stuff. Not having the Foxy kind of sucks though. You go to 7. We should have probably gone Bone Clay, honestly, over this Itomimizu. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we should have gone Bone Clay with the Itomimizu, but ended up not doing what I needed to do. Let's just force the 2k out of them here. And we'll just go Kid and chill out next turn. I can play this game very slow, right? Like, I can play this game very, very slow. Because we can start resting their lead. We can start keeping their lead arrested. And with the Kid on the field, we'll be able to be okay. We should be able to go Porche into Bone Clay to ramp up. So Porche into Bone Clay, get 2 down back. Then go another Porche into another Bone Clay. I don't know. I guess it has to be Porche into Itomimizu, right? So this is the good play. It's going to be double Porche into Bone Clay and Itomimizu, and that will let me ramp back up together with the Kid. And lets me also use my leader effect. Yeah, so they're going to go Hody, right? That's expected. You're going to have to go all in on this guy. Yeah, we're going to give you the 1k here, which I think it can be up on Clay. And you have to attack here for 10. So the question is here, is this worth saving the Kid? I don't think that it is. Foxy doesn't change anything. Like, I have to go... I have to go double Porche, no matter what. Have to go double Porche. Can play. I mean, if we go Porche again, we could play this guy, I guess, and ramp back up a little bit more. We'll play this Bone Clay out, right? And we go here. Can grab the Shopper, I guess. Set us up for later. It has to be Itomimizu this turn. We'll have enough to go, so we can go all the way down. Like, we have to probably play this Shopper, right? We have to play this Shopper. It lets us ramp up as well. We go here, here, here. Freeze this, freeze this. Go for 7. Doesn't matter what the opponent gets. We just go Shopper. Like, the opponent having these units frozen for the rest of the game, it's going to be kind of crazy. And we go up to 9 again next turn. And with the Itomimizu and the Foxy that's going to come down next turn, we should be in a decent spot. And this Bone Clay is going to put a lot of pressure. Yeah, so now we have the Foxy. I think we got where we need it to be, right? You have to KO one of these, right? Yeah, they went for the Bone Clay, which makes sense. It's the biggest threat that you have. Alright, so there's 2 things we can do here. I think I want... Because I could block here and just go like Foxy. No, I think we go here. So we know we have the Foxy, right? So we're gonna play the Foxy no matter what. So that's gonna be 7. We can ramp up to 10, and then we can ramp up again here with this guy. So we're gonna have two done left over. Oh, wrong one. I almost messed up by attacking with that first. So we go here first. We go Foxy second. I guess we can go 5 and then 7. But what if the opponent hits like a trigger bait or something? That would be really tragic, wouldn't it? We're at 9. We can gain the rest of down here. Go here. Yeah, let's just play around beige. Let's play around beige by freezing this too. And we can ramp back up to 10 with the Foxy. And we have this double attack to finish the game as well. This is going to force a 1k out of them. Yeah, this double attack, this Ninetails Rush is so good. Yep, see, so, I mean, ends up not being what I thought it was. It still ends up eating a 1k, I guess, in the end. Because this would have been a 1k if I attack for 5. So if they use that trigger or not, it would have been the same thing. But it does mean that this now dies, right? Could have been a body next turn, so I guess it's not the same thing at all. Yeah, having the Howdy Jones and the leader be frozen is actually so crazy in this matchup. And now their cards are going to be a 4Ks, right? So because my Fox is finally on the field. So they're kind of locked down. Yeah, like we just go like this. Let you attack the Chopper if you want to with your Inuashi. That's a good one. They get to KO that. You get to put 2 rested down here, and you have to attack here. Maybe they're just hoping that I don't have another Foxy Pirate. Which is fair. Oh, they get a blocker and the trigger. Okay. That's a little bit scary. So I might have to slow this down a little bit. So we might have to go here. Go here. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't matter, right? I don't have it. And then we go for 6. Am I still attacking into this Neko, though? I guess that's the question. I think we still do. I think we still do anyways. And we just go like this. I also should have... This should have been a 7, by the way, not a 6. But that's fine. We're gonna... Oh, you know what? Yeah. And we're gonna go here. And we're gonna go for 8. We're gonna hide behind 2 blockers. And we are 8, so it doesn't matter what we do. And we're just gonna chill. Now, they could kill me here. I mean, 2 blockers is not safe when the opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. And I only have 2 lives. And I only have a 2k in my hand. Now, but all their cards are -1 because of the Foxy. So maybe. And now they have used up enough cards that I feel better going for lethal next turn. Because they had the blocker and 2 lives, I did not feel like the lethal was going to be possible. One, two, three attacks. We'll block it here. But then the opponent still has 3 attacks, and I only have 2 life, and if they rest this blocker, I'm kind of screwed. This can only rest a 4 cost or less. I think I have to just go no blocker and give them the 2k. I'm still at the mercy of Howdy Jones here. So if the opponent has a second Howdy Jones, I just lose anyways. So maybe that was a reason last turn for not going double blocker. And just keeping the 2k in my hand. Especially because I had the Foxy to do -1 to their units. Because this puts me really vulnerable to second Howdy Jones. Like I could have used that 3 Dawn instead to go like a bigger attack here, force the opponent to have to give me the Momonosuke blocker or go to 0, which would have set me up better for lethal. This guy can get rid of 1 blocker, but then the opponent still has only 2 attacks. I guess if they get rid of 1 blocker... Okay, so that's a Nami. Alright. 3 attacks still. You have to get rid of the Sanji somehow. Or they could choose to just kill the Foxy. That's 4 and that's 5. You can attach 2 Dawn to get this up to 6. It will need another Dawn to get up to 7 to kill this Foxy. Yeah, I guess if you attack here into this and then attack here into this, you kill them. They can attach 2 Dawn to it no matter what, right? So let them attach 2 Dawn to it. They can attach, they go leader and attach a 2 Dawn here. And now I'm kind of screwed because I don't have any other way to... I don't have another attacker. So using the 2K ends up being the punish. I should have just taken it. Should have just taken it, right? But we're good gamers, so it doesn't matter. Because we go here to rest this. And we go here for 9. Twice. And just see what happens. 2K, 2K. Oh, they didn't have it. Alright, so... GG's. We're just good gamer and Top did the right card that we needed to win. In this match, we're going against Red Purple Luffy. So we're just gonna ramp and do our thing, right? See what happens after that? Not the hand that we want though. Opponent chose to go first, so we want to look for Bone Clay on 7-cost Foxy, and we don't get it. We have enough Foxy Pirates, right? That is still decent. Okay, so we have the Foxy here. If that's the case, I'm kind of thinking that I like just ramping here. I like just ramping here because I know for a fact that I have to ramp up to this Foxy anyways. So we might as well ramp up now in case that I just top deck like a kid or something here. We don't need the Bone Clay anymore. We don't need the Bone Clay, but I guess it doesn't hurt to just play it. Sure. Doesn't hurt to just play it. There's not a better play here at this turn in my opinion. And we just go Foxy next turn and just have our stuff. Yeah, we just go for sits here. Yeah, we go with sits. Boom. We go Foxy. And we just start doing our fun stuff next time. Opponent got to ramp up all the way to 9. So they're going to be able to play some big stuff here. But whatever big stuff they play, the Bone Clay is going to be a big punish for it. Next time we can go Shopper and Pickles. Yeah, there we go. Sure. I'll take this. Because we're gonna go... If we go Pickles first... I guess we have to go Pickles and Shopper. That's 5, and this is gonna be 4. Yeah, let's go like this. This at 8 anyway, so we can go here for Pickle. We have to go Shopper. Then we go like this. 1, 2, 3. Choose this leader so he doesn't attack us next turn. And we go like this. This puts us up to 9, and then a 9 and a 10. Now the Shopper dies to the new gate, right? That's the only downside here. So the Shopper does die to the new gate, but it's gonna force 2 cards from the opponent here, 2K, 1K. It's only at 1K, by the way, so I can counter out of that. The problem is the opponent killing this Foxy. If they go put down in the new game and attack into the Foxy to kill the shopper, that could be a problem. They could also just kill one of these Bonclays, right? But starting next, though, we're going to be freezing this guy anyways. We have 2 more Foxy pirates that it doesn't matter. The leader goes to 7. Yeah, you have to put 2 down in this new game now. You committed to that. But the problem is that putting 2 down here only means that you can kill one or the other. Because I will save it from your basal attack. Yep. So you go like this, and I'm just gonna go 2k here. Yeah, let's go here. So now you have to kill the Bonclays, right? Instead of the shoppers. No matter what, one of these guys is gonna stay alive. The shopper is gonna die no matter what. Next turn. But I can at least force him to have to kill it. So the only play that I have here is to play this Sanji out. Oh, they cannot kill shopper. I just remember that because of this Pickles, right? So actually, this is perfect. So we gotta play Sanji out to have another blocker. We can freeze and freeze their leader. So Sanji's gonna be 3 once we attack with our leader first. So this is gonna be this at 7. I guess let's go like this first. Let's go for a big forcing the Gungam Giant plus something else. They take it. So 7. 7. We go here, and then we can go 7 as well and force another card out of their hand. Yeah, I like this. We go 11, forcing the Gungam Giant plus a 1k. They don't even have the Gungam Giant. So this is my thought. Opponent didn't have the Gungam Giant. So if we attack 11, it's Gungam Giant plus another card. Then we still have 2 down to attack for 7 here, using leader effect to remove 2 down from one of these units. And that will be at 7 hit and freezing both cards. And then we just get to play Sanji for 3 because I'm going to be 2 down below the opponent. I'm going to be 3 down below the opponent, right? And then I can ramp up back to 10 with Foxy. So, and look at what we had in our life, man. Like, that would have been brutal for the opponent. So, hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games and showcase of Foxy. I'm sorry that I rambled so much in the intro. I really wanted to get through of like everything I wanted to say about this leader and this strategy because I think it's really, really fun, right? And you can kind of see that the power of going second and being able to have this curve into the Foxy. And once you have that Foxy stabilized, it feels really, really good. Just making the opponent's attackers weaker and also then start the free strain with your Foxy. However, against Shanks is really tough, right? Because Shanks has the removal for your stuff, right? And you can kind of see it in the game that we lost. And then we did win too, but like it was like really scrapping by. But you can kind of see as well where Ninetails Rush can let us finish up games if the opponent is not prepared to deal with the double attack from your Foxy's characters or leader, which ends up being really, really fun, right? So that's it. I'm gonna keep this short, this outro short, because again the video is already pretty long as it is. We're gonna have one more video of Foxy coming out tomorrow. So if you want to keep up to date with that, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Twitter. We're streaming now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to all my socials are down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.